Well, maybe you can hear me. How y'all doing? It's PawPaw. And I hadn't touched this thing since, I don't know, January, February, something like that. I wanted to get a new radiator for it. But I had other places for my money to go. And finally I got me a new radiator. Well, one of the most aggravating things to do on an engine sometimes to change the water pump. You know, if you ain't got a good water pump, you ain't circulating water throughout your engine and keeping it cool. So I did a little snooping, and I found I could get me a brand spanking new water pump for less than $40. And it is such a pain in the patoot to pull the radiator out of this thing, to get access to it, that I decided, since I bought this thing used and I don't really know if it's got a good water pump or not because the radiator was bad, I figured, what the heck, let's just go ahead and do a little preventive maintenance. And if the water pump that's in this thing is good, fine, I'll set it up on a shelf and it'll be there if I ever, you know, if this one ever goes bad, you know, for emergency. But what today's video is going to be is I'm going to show you how to change a water pump. It's real straightforward. It's really simple. And for those of you young people that are just getting into mechanic work and you're a little unsure, let me tell you, just remember, if you take a bolt off, remember where it goes back. Get you Ziploc bags, whatever, make labels, what stuff is. You know, there ain't no way to learn other than get your hands in there and get with it. And once you learn, that's something nobody can ever take away from you, is what you know. They take away your house, your car, your money. They take everything away from you except what you know. So learn. Let me learn you something, boy, girl. So we're going to change out this water pump. Now, like I said, I've already got the radiator out because that's what I had to order, is a new radiator. So we're going to take it from that point, and it's really simple. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do before we get in there and do it, because once I get in there and doing it, I want to go on with it. The fan blade bolts onto this wheel right here. Okay, that's what the fan blade bolts onto, and there's your impellers in there. And of course your fan blade and your pulley and all that with the belt, that's what's turning all this. We've got 3 or 4 bolts that actually bolt the water pump assembly into the housing, and then we've got a gasket to made up between the water pump and its housing. And I have some blue gasket maker, blue RTV here. So let's just get right into it, and let's do something even if it's wrong, shall we? Well, that'd be a lot easier if I had this bucket up in the air. But this backhoe didn't come with a safety lock to where I could lock my bucket up in the air, so the bucket is sitting on the ground. Well, alrighty then. That right there is technically it. Now, I didn't use that electric impact running bolts in real tight, because I'd snap them little bolts. I will go back after that RTV is set up, that gasket, that former gasket stuff. After it's set up, then I'm gonna go in there with a 9/16 open end wrench and make sure those 3 nuts are real tight. Then I'll take a 1/2 inch wrench and I'll make sure I'm good and tight on this fan. And the next step now is to install the fan belt. Well, yeah, install the fan belt. That's one thing about this. You talk about a pain in the rear end. You ever sling a belt off one of these things, you'll see what all is involved. We're going to get into that on the next episode. Well, folks, that's all there is to changing out a water pump. Whether it be in your car, your truck, your tractor, your heavy equipment, whatever, you're just taking the old one off and putting the new one back. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Wasn't a whole lot to it, just twisting some wrenches. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Man, it's a pretty day today. Bye, everybody.